Thanks to all our active patrons who have contributed a lifetime of $100 or more to reach Garuk Dong level status.
Here is the list of those special patrons in order of contributions.
If you would like to support our show, check out the Commander Smiths at patreon.com. Ooh, welcome to the Commander Smiths.
We are the Commander Smiths.
I'm Adam Smith.
And I'm Lowry Smith.
Don't worry.
We're cousins.
What are you doing with your mouth? Why are you doing...
What? I was just...
Why are you doing like a bad, like dubbed over movie? It was like you were trying to talk when I was talking, or it's like it was like
I was like miming you.
Like, have you seen the videos of like when actors or whatever know everybody's parts and then they start talking when it's other?
I've
people's
never heard
part?
of that. What? That's happened?
Yeah, it's.
Are we talking about like comedians doing it? Like
No. It's
No.
like when you do like plays, when there's like a play or something like that, something that's live, and then you could see the other, like this person's talking, doing their part, and you'll see some other people. They know the part so much that they're mouthing it. Like, I don't know. It's a bit.
I've never noticed that one bit.
Well, it's not a
but I'm assuming
it's like an actual, like, things happen like that. I don't know.
Oh,
come on.
Okay.
Man. I don't know.
I believe you.
Hey, you know what, Lowry?
It's
What?
Friday.
It's Friday.
Partying.
And guess what? You're drinking tonight. What are you
I'm
drinking? What are you
Cheers, mate.
drinking? Cheers.
I'm drinking the Rust beer right now at New Glarus, Wisconsin Belgian Red.
Oh.
This is the raspberry one.
Yeah,
I believe.
I finished
So-
those like a month ago.
I know, but this is kind of the first time I'm drinking since. So felt like it'd be good to
Wrench,
tap them a little bit.
it didn't pop up on here, but Wrench says he hopes we get demonetized for what? What'd we do? What? Oh, because of Friday.
For the button. It's short enough. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, we keep it short enough so that we don't get in trouble for it.
I'm more than willing to give all of our money for this episode, other than the Malort donations to Rebecca Black and the whole production company that created the masterpiece of
Our whole
Friday.
couple
Gotta get down, it's
cents
Friday.
for this episode would be we'll give it all to her.
Right.
So
Are we getting the 5 cents yet, or what?
I don't know. We need those likes and those watches. I don't, not 5 cents. I don't know. That's rich man. That's
Rich man.
That's rich man money right
That's
there.
enough to maybe buy a pack of Commander Legends and get Jeweled Lotus or two.
Oh, you're just
Right, Renchai?
You're playing the hits for Renchai. So yes, it is episode 318. It is a Friday episode. And I guess I do have that other button. Where's my tournament stuff? Tournament. We've got a lot of buttons.
We're doing
here.
a tournament?
We're doing a tournament. Yeah, I guess, Larry, why don't you tell everybody what we're doing
All right.
today?
So what we are going to do, which we figured out a couple of hours ago, I guess midday today. We had confusion on the words that we were using.
There's Chris there. Chris
we
is
are
my
doing
Friday guy. Him and Doji are my Friday guys. Sorry, he's on right now.
Cards that you can win. What is it? I win the game cards. Yeah. You win the game cards.
You win the game.
Right.
So, yeah. So that
you it has to state on the card. You win the game.
Right.
This is when, because like 3 days ago I was like, so Creative Hope Behemoth cool, because I turned it to win cons in my head.
Yeah.
And then Adam texted me something, and I was like, oh, it's I win cards.
Okay.
All right, I get it.
We went today, back and forth.
Wait, am I doing Creative Hope Behemoth? I'm like, no, I thought we were.
We went back and forth because the original idea was in my head how I thought it was win cons, which I was thinking win conditions, like not like. But that's the same thing. The win con is like when we do our decks, it's like, yeah, Creator is one of our win cons. It's our Day of Dragons. But in my head, when I said it to you, like texted to you, I was like, cards that say win the game under this condition. And so that's what I was like, win con. And then you're like, Creator of Behemoth. I was like, oh, I mean, that's a good idea too. Let's go that route. And so then I started making this list, and I was like,
I don't think you sent that text. I think you thought it.
What? No,
I think you thought that
the Crater Hoof part. No, that's what I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Okay. And now you're going to look for the text. I was like, I like that idea. Let's go that route, because it's all text. That's the thing, is it's all words. It's not we're not talking. And so then I was like, yeah, I think we'll do that route and we'll save the other one for later. So then I started making the list. And then I called you about other things. And I was like, okay, just to make sure that we're doing this right. And you're like, no, it's the way you talked about it before. And I was like, oh shit. So I just got to throw this whole list away. But it was really easy because WinCons is there's not a lot of them, but there's enough to make a tournament. So it's
we talk way too much. By the way.
So there is a total of how many? Oh, I got 30. Wait, 10.
Oh, you said which we could do.
Right. And so then I think that's where we just got it. That's the thing about text. I'm glad that we confirmed because we would have started.
I like
this.
the idea of when the game cards, like there's a distinction that might be lost via text of like cards that can win you the game and cards that win you the game. So like there's a can and there's a will. And
can you imagine though if we hadn't have talked today about the other stuff like tax stuff or
wildly
whatever,
different things,
and then
that
we got to this tournament and we're just not even on the same page. Oh, that would have been really bad because
looks like we're gonna Saturday gonna do a podcast on Saturday.
It would have just turned into Stump the Smith Savant trying to push that for an hour. I mean, if it was if it was like Monday, it could go for an hour. Oh, burn!
I can never go for an hour.
Oh, yeah,
it's a long time.
5 minutes. That's my record. No, just kidding. Anyway, so we do have Stump the Smith Savant today too.
We do.
So we didn't talk about this, but what do you think about the giveaway? Because we got the giveaway finally figured out what it was, and it's not out yet. You're gonna see a little preview of what's to come for this month's proxies. But it's actually the Trouble in Pairs, the Legolas one. So that is part of the giveaway here, and you can see the Surveil lands are there. That's the coin stuff there. And I got to give my wife a shout out for those because she gave me the idea of adding that shadow on the bottom of those. But Larry, what do you think about another Surveil land? I have a foil one that we could use as a prize. Where I just had it, like it was just sitting here, and I was gonna put
the
it
blue
up
white one.
Yes, did I put it up? How did you know it was a blue white one?
You put it on the Discord, where you can find everything that we talk about. And if you just want to become a patron,
there you go.
And you can join the Discord for $1.
Oh, that's why I thought it was a sticky note
or a doll hair.
The back, the back was this, so I was like, oh, it's my sticky note there. But okay, so
that makes it confusing.
A foil.
All right, that's what we're adding in.
All right, so this is the prize.
Sounds good.
Stump the Smith Savant. If you stump Lowry now, you get that foil proxy of Trouble in Pairs with the Legolas and Gimli, and then also a real Surveil land here. So this bad boy. I guess we could even just instead change it to the white and blue Surveil land, but I don't know. Because
you want a proxy and
the real card.
See? And the real deal.
Yeah,
that's.
Look at
whoever wins. Who is trying to stump me this today?
Red Squirrel is trying to stump you.
Oh,
today.
That's right. Red Squirrel. All right.
So we'll see if he.
I might just let him win. That's fine.
I thought you were gonna lose on Monday. I can't believe you pulled that out of your ass. That was fucking crazy.
I did.
I was about ready.
It was
to
a lot of digging
it.
around in my ass, but I found it. Pulled it out.
I was just like, dude, you got to give me something. Oh, what the hell? Stop freezing, Adam. Now it's going to get all delayed, and then it's going to be like me catching up, and then I can flick you off, and then it'll come back. God, why is it always my
Seems unnecessary.
Here comes the middle finger. There it is. All right, so we got that going. We don't really have much more. We didn't really do anything since then. We've been I guess we could talk about was that this week? Did I? Yeah, I did that this week. Okay, so I did finish the Wise Mothman here. So that deck you guys can check out. I did do that on Tuesday, and it's the Persistent Petitioner deck, and that one is fully loaded and ready to go.
Is it? You only have like 17 in there.
I have 16.
Can you even consider that a Petitioner deck if you're like under 20?
Yes. Why can't I?
I don't know. You have 16 in there? It's not even like an even 5-5-5.
Whatever.
It's weird.
Sounds like a deal for like pizza or something. $5
Pizza?
You can tell Lowry's drinking. Pizza's on the mind now.
I had pizza this afternoon,
Oh, nice.
and I'm definitely going to eat some of that after, even though I told my wife she could have it tomorrow. She's a good Catholic. Got his meat on it.
So you're gonna piss her off when she goes to go in there, and then it's all gone.
Yeah, maybe it's good. It's Pizza Luce. They have this elote pizza.
That is
and it's
overrated.
fucking amazing.
It's overrated. Pizza Luce.
Luce?
I don't like
Get the
pizza.
fuck out of here.
It's fancy pizza.
It's
fancy.
really, really good.
It's like put your finger up. You got to eat your pizza with your pinky.
Like,
you got to.
It has like,
and you probably eat it with a fork.
jalapenos.
You eat it with a fork, don't you?
What?
You eat it with a fork.
I was watching with my phone, so yes, I was eating most of it with a fork.
See, it's fancy pizza. That's not even pizza
it
anymore.
has, yeah, because they have flavor to it, and I know that you don't generally like that, but so there's like lime and corn and bacon, and there's like avocado drizzle with jalapenos on it. It's fucking amazing.
That's not pizza anymore.
It's a party, and it's not pizza.
It's not pizza anymore.
Do you even know what pizza is?
You don't.
Whatever you want it to be.
You don't eat it.
Didn't grow up.
You don't
watching
eat
the
it.
Turtles.
You don't eat it with a fork. You
can eat pizza however you want.
Yeah, but you don't eat pizza with a fork. That's ridiculous. You got to be able to fold it in half and eat it like a sandwich. That's the best kind of pizza right there, where it's all soggy and greasy.
You don't like yours in squares?
Oh, I love the squares too. That's good too. I like square pizza.
But that's not pizza.
No, it's cutting it different.
Pizza if you can't fold it.
I tell Cindy that. Oh yeah, I still fold the squares in half. I tell Cindy that it tastes better when it's cut in squares, and it depends on the pizza. Like I'm not gonna go and cut a Papa John's pizza into whatever squares. It needs to be like a thin crust for it to be in squares. Otherwise, it's just crazy. Then you're just doing. Then it's like eating pizza with a fork.
Crazy.
It's like eating pizza with a fork. I mean, it's crazy.
You have a lot of rules. Look, here, Adam, this is America. We can eat pizza however we want.
But not with your pinky up and with a fork. That's ridiculous.
We want.
That is ridiculous. That's not pizza.
It's just that's
not pizza.
Look, my friend. You can put pineapple on it if you want, anchovies, vanilla ice cream, whatever you want.
No, what
Go
are you
for it.
doing? What is happening?
Yeah, you clearly didn't watch the Turtles when you were young.
Of course I did. You know that.
You're a fucking poser. Get out of here.
You're a fancy pizza eater. The pizza.
I'm an everything.
It needs to be so greasy that when you take it out of the pizza box, you can see through the pizza box because the grease is.
I understand that your tastes haven't changed in a decade plus because you're still on toppers, right? I already know you're.
Casey's is my favorite at this point. Casey's pizza.
But do you remember when I had the point of view where Little Caesars was the best pizza?
Yeah, that's the worst take you've ever had.
It's not. It's still the best pizza for the money.
It tastes like the cardboard that it's on.
Pizza.
It is the worst.
Look. Look at you. You haven't even said that you even like a pizza. I'm the one that's accusing you of liking pizza, and you're just like,
see,
kinda.
He just said yours doesn't.
I don't really like
Chris
toppers
agrees
anymore.
with me. It doesn't even sound like a pizza what you're eating. You're eating a fan. Oh, damn it! Stop freezing because I want to be able to point and be angry about your
knows
pizza
you're
takes.
wrong. All right, that's all that matters. Our bandwidth knows that
I'm
you're wrong.
I'm gonna be out of my first beer really quick here because I'm just drinking and angry that your Pizza Luce is your favorite fucking pizza. You and I, Bukaki.
It's fucking fantastic.
You and I, Bukaki. You fancy pizza eaters.
You can look. I know that you need to be like the same with like Haggis, and you like Haggis, and that's great.
Haggis is a good frozen. That's a good frozen pizza.
It's a very good frozen pizza.
That's a good.
But thinking that's the only kind of pizza that there is.
I never said that. I just said it's a good one. No.
See, every other pizza you have bashed that we have brought up today so far.
Little Caesars.
You basically are saying that I only like Haggis.
You go from like
I don't like poor people pizza, and I don't like rich people pizza.
Yeah, that's like
I want
you don't have a middle ground.
Really expensive frozen pizza.
You go from like the thing that is basically the same as cooking cardboard, which is your Little Caesars, and then you go to the other extreme, which
you've never eaten cardboard,
which is like a $50 pizza that you have to eat with a fork. And this is coming from the guy that puts meat in a bucket for Guys Weekend and takes meat out and just chomps down. Yes.
Right.
Fancy. How do you eat fancy pizza when you put meat in a bucket and you're like, this is my meat bucket?
Right. What do you mean? How do I...
It just doesn't make sense to me.
A wide, diverse palate that I enjoy putting meat in my mouth with.
I'm guessing what it
be
is
it in
is
a
like
bucket or on a pizza.
the reason
or
why
whatever.
you like it is because then you're like, oh, I'm getting my vegetables and my fruits. You're getting all of that on your one slice of pizza because you basically put everything on it, it sounds like, right? I mean, that's what it is.
There are some pizzas that I enjoy with that. The Maximus is a fantastic pizza that Pizza Luce does as well. Go check it out. It has
Sounds-
olives, peppers, onions.
Sorry,
You
us,
have-
us poor people can't deal with the rich Pizza Luce.
No, you are not a poor person. You don't like poor people pizza.
But I don't like the fancy.
You don't like poor people. When was the last time you had Orvs? Huh?
What the hell is Orvs?
It's a poor people frozen pizza. Why don't you know this? Poor person, apparently.
I'm a Totino's eater. I love Totino's pizza. That's
not that's rich college bougie pizza. There, all
they're
right.
$1.
Yeah, because they're a quarter the size of frozen pizza.
They're
It's a $4 pizza if you actually want to get that size. That's
$1.
people that watch their weight pizza right there. I'm only going to spend $1 and have one piece of pizza that is frozen.
You have to have that whole piece of pizza. That whole pizza is yourself. Like that's no one. You don't share that.
It's just a slice of pizza.
It's
not a pizza. That is a slice of pizza. And I'm all for that. But don't call it a pizza.
It is a pizza. Oh, we're at 17 minutes of bitching about pizza. Who knew that this is what we were going to talk about?
Hush.
This is the most heated we've been arguing about stuff in a long time. I think it's our
right.
We haven't gotten
Since
staple verses in
Urbrask.
for a long time. No, Urbrask, I was actually pissed. I'm like, fuck you. I'm fucking right. All right, let's get to it. Renshai, don't jump on Lowry's side. He's team Forest Walk, and he needs to get the fuck out.
Hashtag Team Forest Walk.
Oh, thank you. Oh, dang it. I wish I was right on that button. I'm on party in. There we go.
Get the fuck out!
All right.
Okay. All right. You can
That's why he's mad at you. You
support-
pressing the
Yeah,
button.
I know he does. You can support the Commander Smiths in 4 different ways. The first way is, and actually the most beneficial way for people, is to become a patron. You get $1 or more gets you into the Discord. $5 gets you proxies each month if you so choose. We also have live games that you can jump in. There's a lot of stuff. The Discord stuff is really, we've kind of just stopped with X, and really I don't know if we're gonna really post much more over there. Yeah, we kind of
I like bringing up how much we hate it.
I know, but it's just there's so many different avenues at this point, and it's just a cesspool. And I mean, a lot of things are a cesspool at this point. But you can follow us there, but don't. If anything,
But
just
don't.
just if you really wanted to follow us and stuff, you really jump on the Discord, because that is the best place to find out when the next videos are going live. Even when it's last minute going live, like we posted on there, give a little bit of a warning that it's going up. And it's the first place that gets notified for everything. The second best place is actually jump on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. And that's when you also find out we have all the polls on there as well. Everything that we do there with poll related stuff. So all the voting, and actually
Can we do a
this
pizza
tournament-
poll?
I was already thinking of doing that.
All right.
But
All
we
right.
have this tournament going, so that might pop in after the tournament. But I'm going to put a pizza poll. Didn't we do something like that once?
What, a pizza poll?
Yeah. I thought we did. And the thing is we have a lot of Scotties, and they will be on my side with toppers, and I'd be fine with toppers. And I'm not sure. I think
You
Case-
can't just switch your
what-
thing right now. You are a Haggis pizza kind of guy.
No.
That is it.
That's the best frozen. That's not my best. That's not my favorite pizza right now. It's actually Casey's, because Toppers is a little bit too far of a drive, and Casey's has really grown on me, and they actually have really good wings there. So we're not getting back onto pizza. I didn't want.
Nope.
But we give different pizza places,
But
and that's whatever. Hey, come on! My birthday last year was a pizza voting thing, and
It was a good idea.
Pizza Luce,
Kinda jealous.
you brought in a Ziploc bag, and no one ate it.
I did. I ate the rest of it, I think. That was a Maximus one. That was pretty good.
So yeah, that is another way to support the Commander Smiths. Is to support. That's actually free for you. Yeah, you did. It's actually free guys. You knew I hate Pizza Luce. That's why you did that shit.
I did on purpose.
What? Me?
I think I just brought pizza that I was going to eat, then went,
I don't like Pizza Luce. No, you did it as a bit, and it was like sitting in your car for like hours. You're like, I mean, you can try, and I'm like, I'm not gonna risk it, dude. You're like, okay, I'll take it. All right.
Yeah, and I ate it. I'm pretty sure I just brought it because I wanted to eat it.
No.
Oh yeah, it was definitely like a day old. I ate it. That was a fresh pizza the day before. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
The other way is you can donate on the live.
Latte?
I think it's a palette. Palette.
Look, Jeff. Look, we're not French here. It's not Pilates.
Is that like Pilates? Is that like what you do?
I think it's exactly what he's saying. You work out in your mouth.
For those people that are listening to the audio and you're confused as fuck, you got to jump on the YouTube to see the comments and understand why we're all of a sudden like squirrel. Like it's ADD right there. But the other way is to donate on the live cast. As you can see right here, we have the Malordo meter. Once we reach that $100, we have what is it? It is shit. I thought I wrote it down. I'm pretty sure I wrote it down.
Screwdriver?
No, it was the painkiller, which is the pineapple juice and all that, all that stuff.
You eat pellets of chicken nuggets. That's what Chris is thinking you're meaning.
My kids eat chicken nuggies. I don't eat chicken nuggies.
Oh, you too good for chicken nuggets now?
No, I will eat them, but I eat them.
On?
I eat them really fucking weird. You want to hear how I eat chicken nuggets? I eat around the edge, all the way around the circle until I meet the other side, and then I tear off the top layer of skin and the bottom layer of skin or batter, and then I eat it naked. And then I dip the naked part in the honey mustard and eat that. So that's
you do that to all nuggies or just McNuggies?
McNuggets, chicken
yeah.
McNuggets.
Okay, I knew the McNugget thing. I just didn't know that you were doing that to like chicken patties, because that's just a big chicken nugget.
Yeah, you can't do that with chicken patties. That just goes on a delicious
Absolutely
sandwich.
Can.
I want to see you do it.
It's just a big chicken nugget.
But it's not going to peel off. Man, why are we getting in arguments about food? This is ridiculous. This is what happens when Larry is drinking. We argue about food.
Get aggressive towards you. What could I argue?
Oh yeah,
with Adam
it's
again?
back to magic and Larry getting. Okay, so people are probably annoyed as fuck with us right now. Just
very possible.
Okay, so that's another way you guys can support us. The last way you can support the show is check out our store, commandersmiths.com. We have the t-shirts. We have these mugs that we have here, and you can see the t-shirt right here. Welcome to the Meat Forest. And Larry, which one are you wearing? Team Forest Walk, I'm guessing.
Hashtag Team Forest Walk.
Get the fuck out. And then the play mats are coming. They just got, I thought they had already been shipped, but we just got the delivery or shipping notification today. So by the time we do the podcast next time, you will see the new play mats that are up for grabs. So those are all ways you can support us. But really, if you don't want to spend any money, just watch us, watch our content, subscribe to our channel. That helps us out more than you know. Like everybody says that, but it really does help us out. So, and in fact, all you guys watching right now, if you can give it a like or watching this in the future, give this a like. That helps us too. Other places you can follow us. You can see us on TikTok, I guess on X, but I'm not going to promote that. Instagram, and you can shoot us an email at commandersmiths@gmail.com. Adam eats buggies like a psychopath. Oh, he meant nuggies.
I think he meant nuggies.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, here's the thing.
I don't think Jeff knows that you do eat bugs too.
Come on, Larry. Don't start rumors. Can't take things back. My wife,
internet's forever,
now does it the same thing. So try it sometime. Next time you get chicken nuggets, eat around the outside, then strip the skin off of that or the batter off of that. I mean, and then it's really good.
Right. I think he's only referring to the psychopath part when you're calling it the skin. And that sounds like your fucking Buffalo Bill. That's what I think he's meaning.
It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
Or else it gets the barbecue sauce again.
No, honey mustard. Come on, meow.
Jeez. Disagree.
My wife's barbecue. I'm a honey mustard. That's
nuggies.
That's what she calls me.
All right. And I do. So Red Squirrel saying that Dino Nuggies are better than Circle Nuggies. And basically dino and chicken are the same thing. So they're always dino nuggies, right?
No, it's McDonald's chicken nuggets are the best.
That's clearly not chicken. So
It is. You take that back. All right, I'm getting off this food shit. All right, let's get to our shit. Let's get to the main stuff here. What are we on? We're on this, and I gotta hit this.
Kind of moved on. Russ, thank you so much for the beer.
Welcome to the main event.
All right, it is tournament time, and I guess that fits really well with March Madness. We didn't actually plan that. I just kind of thought of that right now. Since we got March Madness going on, why don't we just start a tournament here?
We did not plan that. Did you just think of that, or were you like,
literally just thought of that?
Okay.
Like, oh, okay. Okay, so how the tournament stuff is going to go, we are going to draft. In this case, it is the top 16 or whatever, 16. I wouldn't say top, I guess it'll be top. 16 you win the game cards, and then they will face off. The only way they move on is you guys voting on YouTube. You check out the community tab, and that is the voting. Since we have a little bit of extra time, probably have 2 votings start. We'll stagger them each day and give you guys some time to vote on that. And I won't pull it down, but we'll just keep posting those as we go on. So after the cast is done, not today, but starting probably tomorrow, Saturday, we'll start getting those going. So Lowry has won the last couple tournaments with the number 1 pick. Let's see.
And I'll win this one too.
We'll see if you can keep it going here. So Lowry, you are going to start us off with the number 1 pick. And I'm going to have to do a lot of writing and moving things when we do this. So
I can write down as we go.
But I got to write down the matchups because we'll announce the matchups here too. But yes, if you could too. So what's your number 1 pick? Come on.
The number 1. What do you want for number 2? I'll give you. What's your second seed?
I'm not telling you anything.
Are you sure?
I'm not falling for your shenanigans. I got to open up my next
Little
beer.
Caesars is my first pick.
Oh, that's going to lose.
No, I win the card. I win the game. All right. I'm gonna go with. I think this is going to be the most hated, but also, from what I've seen pattern-wise, that is also the most liked. Like, you could vote for whatever you like. It doesn't have to be the best, right?
I mean, it's how you want to perceive it. Like,
however you want to perceive it.
Yeah.
Right. It
could be, if you use this one, it could be ones that you hate. It depends on how you want to vote on it.
Right.
I think
it could just be, if you're hashtag Team Forest Walk, you're going to vote for everything that Lowry has.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we do have a few people that are going to do that. It doesn't matter what happens.
All right. Renshai predicts the first pick. It's going to be Thassa's Oracle.
That is, yes. That is the number 1. That is the one we both were kind of, I was like, yep. That is by far in the most EDH rec decks. It has 143,000 EDH rec decks. So you did pick, I wouldn't say it's necessarily the winner, but
it absolutely is. You have no idea.
I do.
All right. Let me Thassa's Oracle.
Wait. I'll get it. Hang on. Huh? There, right. Yeah, you read it. I'll get it right here.
All right. So if you don't know what it is, congratulations. But also, it's blue 1/3. When it ETBs, you get to scry the top X cards of your deck, and which is your as many blue pips as you have out there. And then if you scry more than what you have in your deck, you win the game. Now, this is a big time CEDH
I
win
agree,
con,
Jeff H.
but
It's
also it states that you win the game. It's boring, it's hated, it's all over the place. It's the most played, as Adam was saying.
Do you play it?
I mean, it's a merfolk, which is heavy. Tribal wizard.
Wait. Do you play it? Is it even in your mill deck? It's not in my mill deck. It's never been in any of my mill decks.
I don't know. I don't have it in a mill deck.
Okay.
I have it in.
I don't have it in a single deck.
I have it in a deck. Yes, I do. But it's not necessarily as a win con.
It's just a good card.
It's just a really good card.
What we're talking about here, though, is win part. So even if there's some in here that I use that I've never used for the win con part, but that option is always there. So,
right. It's like Dockside. It's a really, really good card just for the value, and you don't have to win the game with it.
Right.
As in how I generally play with those kind of cards.
Yeah.
Like I don't combo with Dockside. It's just a great value piece.
Right. But
this tournament is about winning the game.
So I think this does throw a little wrench in it if it's based off of like the use of in just regular, like you're saying, you're not putting it in a deck where you're milling yourself out to win the game. So I think this makes it a little more level of the playing field because of that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's played. The reason why it's in so many decks is because it's just played in not mill decks, you know, where it's not to win the game. It's just a good card. So I guess we'll see. We'll see.
Well, I think the hate can really bring down, but I mean, it's the most used in CEDH. It's the most aggressive one.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I don't.
All right.
Whatever. What's your?
Well, no, I'm not hating
pick?
on it. I'm just trying to make it so that it's
what
a
are you
little
gonna
more...
steal from me? I want.
I'm not stealing.
I'm sure.
I'm actually gonna do one that is one that I use and have won the game with and actually utilize. Out of everything here, it is a card that I have won the game with multiple times, and I believe other people. But it's Hellkite Tyrant. So yeah,
right.
Hellkite Tyrant. Oh, let me get to that first. Hang on.
So Hellkite Tyrant, I can just say.
Yeah, I know. Right? I just want to pull it up so people can see it too.
All right. Hellkite Tyrant is a 6-mana 6/5 dragon that when it deals damage to an opponent, you get to steal all of their artifacts, and it has flying and trample. And if you have at your upkeep 20 or more artifacts, you get to win the game.
I just think this one's an easy. It happens so like I mean obviously my Magna deck, it's easy to do it there, but it's not 20 of the same artifact. It's just 20 artifacts with treasures and all that stuff that's in the game. This one's just in that trample. Like it doesn't matter about the evasiveness if they have a flyer. You just need to hit 1 damage and boom, you take all their artifacts. So this one is by far the one that I use the most and have actually won the game. I'm trying to see. There is a couple other ones that I've actually pulled off in this. Out of the list here before, like, well, I guess we can do that at the end. But I'm curious of how many of these have you done actually have won the game with? You know what I'm saying? Have you done it with Hellkite before?
Yes, I don't think any. I don't think I've ever pulled off. 1, 2, 1.
Okay. All right.
1.
So that was.
Yeah, I'll pick that.
The number 2 pick, Lowry. What is your second pick? Number 3 overall.
I'm kind of picking between 3, so I'm kind of happy that I got options. I think I'm gonna go with probably a hot up and comer, and it's been fairly relevant the last 2 years, I would say. And I'm gonna go with Simic Ascendancy.
Yeah, I've seen that one win. I think
this is the one that I've won with.
Yeah, Ted has won when we did SmithCon the first year. He won with this one.
Yeah. So whenever one or more 1/1 counters are put on a creature you control, put that many growth counters on Simic Ascendancy, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, if it has 20 or more growth counters on it, you get to win the game.
Okay.
And and it's just a green and a blue enchantment sits there. You can also add counters with it by adding 3 mana. But I think the real, like, Magus Lucia Kane is super easy to win with this. Like, Wise Mothman right now, you're going to be able to just win the game out of nowhere with this.
It's in my Hackball deck.
Yeah. Yep. I could put this in 2 or 3 decks and be super happy with it.
I forgot to say, so this is in 44,000 EDH rec decks. The Hellkite Tyrant was an 80,000 EDH rec deck. So I got to remember to say that each time we get that. I like that one though. I think
it's a little bit of a reach, but I also think it's really prevalent or popular right now.
I mean, it was my 11th pick, but I mean, I like it still.
Really?
I had it way down there.
Fourth pick, Adam's second overall.
Second overall.
Maybe I should have picked that one.
You know,
are you going to pick something white or blue?
I'm actually going to do another one that I use. So my beginning picks are like just ones that I use actually. So Approach the Second Sun is where I think I'm going to go with this. Because
Okay.
is that wait? Yeah, I got my 1 and 2 picks. That's how I had it ordered. Was Hellkite, and then my second pick was.
I almost picked this. This is what it was between this and Simic Ascendancy.
Oh,
So
sorry.
Approach the Second
yeah,
Sun
sorry. Let me hit that, and then you read.
is a
Thank
sorcery
you,
that if whenever you cast it, you gain 7 life, and if it's the second time you've cast it this game, you do get to win the game. And so it's 7 mana sorcery, and after you cast it, you get to put it like 7 cards down from your deck. And so eventually you're going to redraw into it. In standard, you're able to have 4 of them in there, so you're able to do it a lot more often. But it's a great card in Commander.
Will
There's plenty of cards where you
loves
can
this
easily
one,
just draw into this the next turn.
I haven't actually. I think we conceded one of the games that it was going to happen because I had Will and made it so I cast it for 1, and then I had to draw X amount of cards for however many I wanted, and I drew it right back, and there everybody was just like, "Oh, this game." So this is.
I mean that's you won the game with that, and I think I have won the game with this one as well.
Okay.
And so
that is in 70. Did I say that 73,000 EDH right?
you didn't. Oh, that's up there then.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's up.
Nice pick. Golly, I wish I kind of picked it now.
Well, you got Thassa's, which is my 2 combined are about the same.
As Thassa's Oracle.
It's over, but not, you have a lot in there. Okay, what is your
over?
What is your number 3 overall? Well, your third pick.
My
and it'll
third
be
pick.
our 5th overall
5th
pick.
seed.
Oh, let me go back.
I wish I did some research now that you're like you have a clear plan. What would Adam pick here? All right.
Don't do that. You're like the Discord.
No. This allows me to read your mind a little bit, and then I think I know between the next 2 what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with mechanized production.
Mechanized.
This is an aura on an artifact you control. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of the enchanted artifact. Then if you control 8 or more artifacts with the same name as one another, you win the game. And so
I do play this one too. This is
you might have won with this.
Yep.
Well,
I've done this one as well. Where is my mechanized? Come on. Where'd you go? There he is. 37,000 EDH rec decks.
I'm picking in that range right now, huh? That's not good for me. I think this I like it for the clone aspect. I think this is a fairly fair card. But if you're running Treasures, Clues, or Thopters in blue, like this is just an easy win card as well.
Yeah.
If you're going for that, and those are all. There's plenty of decks that could make this a win the game card.
Yep. I dig that. My next. God, I'm getting my top 3 picks. So, well, you probably wouldn't pick this one anyways, but. I'm going with let me move.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Can I guess what you want to do?
Yeah.
I think you're gonna go with Revel in Riches.
Nope. I'm actually going one of the easier ones, Feldar Savant or Sovereign.
Yeah.
Because the thing about this one is you start with 40 life. So you could win the game by getting this out pretty early. And if you're in a life game deck, which you're in white, this thing is brutal. Like it has lifelink built on it. It has vigilance. So there's so much to this card that I've seen games won. We've been in, I don't know if you were in the same game, but like somebody cast it and no one could get rid of it. They were over 40 life and we couldn't attack into them because they were going to gain life. And it was just like game over. I've won the game with this, or at least I've played it too, where it's like, have to kill this. Like it needs to die. And it just does its work. So this one, I almost feel like out of everything, it's one of the easier ones to get to win the game. This one is 43,000 EDH rec decks as well. That was the number 6 overall pick, right?
Yeah, and this was a $5 to $10 card when it initially came out in Zendikar. and then it got reprinted as like a Walmart promo, and then in Battle for Zendikar there, which dropped its price dramatically. But this was one of the first like main win cards that like me and you I think played with, because we were really getting Zendikar really brought us in.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely nostalgic, but I'm glad I didn't pick it.
Oh, the douche canoe.
So I'm gonna go with Test of Endurance then. Just kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, that one's 50. You got to gain 10 life, but it is an enchantment.
Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult then.
Yeah, it's a little tougher.
I'm gonna go.
So number.
What is this? Okay, seventh
overall pick.
My fourth pick. I'm gonna go with Laboratory Mania.
Lab Man, that is in the second most EDH rec decks. Let me get to it.
Probably right next to Thoracle. But Lab Maniac is if you draw a card and you have no cards in your deck, you actually win the game instead of lose the game.
It's a 92,000 EDH rec decks.
There we go. I'm not mad about that then.
That was my number 6 overall pick.
And I guess the thing is that like just like Feldar Sovereign, somebody can do Test of Endurance. You could come right back and be like Jace Welder of Mysteries right next to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I had that higher.
You had Jace higher?
Actually, I could get my 1, 2, 3, and 4 because Jace I have is number 4. But there's no way you're going to do another. You're not going to do 3 of them. So why even pick it? You're not going to do 3. So I'm golden until like my last pick unless you want to snipe it later.
I don't know. What do you think? You're starting a game plan. You might plan yourself out of a Jace.
Well, it's just boring. All your picks are based on mill.
On one deck?
Yeah. Let me see if my other ones got. Shit. Yeah. That one's there. I think Jace is my next lowest, which is kind of funny.
Do it.
It would. The funny thing is, I'm the 8th pick. Get out of here, Renshai. Food chain doesn't work that way in this. If
he wants Mindslaver too, which also not in this one.
The funny thing is if I pick Jace here and Jace wins and Thassa wins, they battle each other in the next round. I think that's shit. Would that even? Is that God damn, I'm so tempted to take it. Because everything else, I'm kind of like, no, fuck it. I'm going to do...
You going to do that bobblehead? That new one?
Yeah, that's in there. I'm going to do Revel and Riches in this spot. I'm doing Revel.
All right.
Revel in Riches.
Revel in Riches is whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, creates a colorless treasure token. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 10 or more treasures, which is super easy at this point, you get to win the game.
Oh, Joel called what I was going to do. He wrote it right. Yeah, and that's in 76,000 EDH rec decks. So that was actually the most that is left with EDH rec decks there.
That was going to be my next pick. So that was... I probably shouldn't guess what you're going to pick because then that probably just leads into what I'm thinking. I'm gonna be done with that. All right.
All right. So you are on your the 9th overall pick, your 5th pick, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Why don't you pick another mill card?
It might be because there isn't anything on Jace's level. Like Test of Endurance is technically there, but it's not.
Just so you know, whatever you pick is going against Revel and Riches. I'll help you out there a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, it's. God, it's so much mill. I don't.
Yeah, you have three. You're gonna have.
It's really putting all the chips in on that.
A little over 1/3 of your picks will be mill.
I'm gonna go with Jace. Welder of Mysteries.
He's doing it. That was my 4th overall pick. So whatever we were gonna do, they were gonna battle each other anyways. Because if I picked Jace, you were gonna pick Revel. So let me get to Jace really quick. So Lowry is the mill king of the world, even though you didn't have a mill deck until you're about to build one in a little bit.
This isn't. It's not even a mill deck. It's a
73,000
Loogie deck.
70. Oh yeah. 73,000 EDH rec deck. So Revel and Riches is 76. This is 73. I think this is our matchup of the week. Obviously, because that's our.
That'll be
8-9.
the closest or the best one,
Yep.
at least.
All right. Why don't you read what Jace does there?
Oh, same thing as Labman. Like if
But
you
it
want
has
to draw
more
a card,
to it. Like
what's that?
I like
wanna
this
be-
the best out of the out of the three.
I already deleted it. So if you
Okay.
draw a card and you don't have any cards in your library, you win the game. But also, it can plus. Is that a plus
Oh,
one?
I'll read it because I can see it. Target
Yeah, I
player
can't-
puts the top 2 cards of their library in the graveyard. Then you draw a card, and then -8,
Terrible.
draw 7 cards. Then if your library has no cards in it, you win the game. So you're milling somebody,
That's negligible.
but it has three blue, which is the tough part about it. That I think is the only
Yeah.
downfall there.
Yeah. What do you 10th pick? What do you got?
What do we
Now I think it's kind of a shit show. I don't know if there's
got?
a competitor at this point. Like top 9, those are all good played cards.
Yeah.
No.
There's one.
Well, other than Feldar Sovereign.
There's one that I use, but I don't know. I think that one would be kind of easy-ish to do. All right, I got one. Where is it going against here?
Do you?
What am I? I'm the 10th overall pick.
10th overall pick.
Oh, it's gonna lose to that because it's going against Laboratory Maniac.
Everything's going to lose to mill. This is
yeah.
going to be the milling tournament
Well,
of the world.
I'll do the trickster, whatever file, whatever.
She
Yeah.
can't even read.
Yeah, that one. Tricky. I'm just gonna call her
Trickle, Tricky Dickophilia. That sounds bad. That's not what I wanted to say.
This is in 49,000 EDH rec decks. So this by far was our biggest one that was left on the board. But what it does is a one colorless, 1 blue. You have no maximum hand size. We like to draw cards, Lowry, and all you have to do is at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in your hand, you win the game. You can tap 4, 3 and 1 blue, and draw a card. This seems actually kind of easy to do. I haven't put it in decks because I don't do a lot of that kind of stuff, but this seems like you want to draw cards, so there's no negative to this part, and you try to get to 13 to win the game. I mean,
I think that was a good.
there isn't
Good
a way like they hit you to get you down. Like they can't get rid of your hand very easily. So if you're almost to 13, you're like, oh well, my upkeep, tap 4, boom, I just needed 1 more and 13. I feel like this one would be kind of easy. I don't know. Have people played
Maybe.
with this? I don't know. I mean,
I think so.
49,000
I think
people.
have played with it.
I mean, 49,000 is nothing to eat pizza at.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I just wanted to throw pizza in there because that was our first 17 minutes of the podcast.
Right. What you need to do is just say, it's not like eating a Haggis pizza fresh out of the oven like
you
me,
keep going
Adam
back
Smith.
to Haggis. Like, why?
Because it's the only pizza that you've said that you've liked.
I said a bunch of them.
What?
I like Toppers. I
What?
like Casey's.
What?
I like Pizza Barn. The cheese curd pizza, by the way, is what won the pizza tournament. I used to work at Pizza Hut. Like, I was a manager there. I know pizza. You need the grease. Hey, what's up, Bill? All right, Lowry, you're on pick number 11.
All right. And this is against Sovereign?
Yep, Sovereign, yep. do the enchantment.
I might. I
Do
think
it.
that's
That's a good battle, dude. That's actually a pretty good
see how it
battle to
goes.
see how it goes. All right.
all right. 11 pick. Test of endurance.
Which I don't like this art, but whatever. We'll keep it there. Test. All right.
Well, obviously you're gonna pick this art for the tournament then, right?
Yep.
God damn.
I'll Photoshop it and make it so it's grainy. This is only in 14,000 EDH rec decks, so
What?
When you have the Sovereign that's at 43, this is 14. So just
Yeah.
saying,
Well,
it's 1/3 of
it kind of makes sense, I guess.
So what does it do, Lowry? You want me to read it? 2 colors,
If
and 2
you have
white.
50 or more life at your upkeep, you win the game.
But it is an enchantment, so it's a little bit more difficult to remove, right?
But it's also you're not gaining life like the Sovereign.
Yeah.
It is cheaper to put out, but yeah, it's a higher life total. So I don't think it's an even bit, but I think it'll be interesting to see where it's at.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit more of a challenge, which Commander players like sometimes. Sometimes they like it easy. Sometimes they like it hard. I feel like we're in the oh god, why am I blanking? What's the Jack Black band?
Tenacious D.
Yes, I felt like we were in a Tenacious D right there, like a
You
song.
even said Tenacious D. Oh, weird.
That's-
Tenacious. It's Tenacious D.
Tenacious D.
Man, I'm getting to use all the cards that I actually like play with. So
Great thing I don't remember what you play with.
Well, I'm actually gonna go with Halo Fountain for my next one. This is in 50,000 EDH rec decks. Now,
That's at 50,000?
but that's the thing is that's the same thing as Oracle. Is what I want to say here is that this is just used in a ton of decks, not for the win con factor. You know, because it has it's an artifact.
Oh, I think that's
It's 1 white, 2 colorless. You tap 1, untap target, or untap a tapped creature you control. You get a 1/1 creature. You can tap 2, tap it, untap 2 untap creature or tap creatures, draw a card. Tap 5 white, untap 15 tap creatures you control. You win the game. So this is also in my will deck because you're making tons and tons.
Am
of
I in
creatures.
your will?
You're not in my will. I'm sorry, Larry.
why not?
You're in my. When I die, my wife is going to contact you to figure out what to do with all my magic cards and where to sell it.
Fair.
I need money, and here is sell Adam's collection. You could sell it to me for half the price.
It's worth about $1.
Yeah,
$3.50. $3.50.
350. So yeah, 50,000 EDH rec decks. I actually play with this one. If you're playing with tokens and stuff, it's nice to use the first 2 abilities for drawing. Makes it so you have blockers and stuff like that. But if you're able to make 15, you can win the game. I haven't won the game, but I've had the opportunity that could happen, if you know what I'm saying. But I've won the game because I had so many creatures and I killed whatever. Oh, good for you. But anyways, okay. Moving on.
I get what you're saying. And I get
the 13th.
All right, so I have 2 more picks left, and then that's telling me like what do I want? I gotta shrink my list a bit down to like what I actually want to have in here. Okay, and then I can see a more condensed list. Okay, I have 6 cards that I'm willing to pick, but really one's a meme with Baron Glory. I can be honest, I'm not gonna pick that. I want to win, baby.
That's only in 2,000 EDH rec decks. So
Right, but it's such a
go for it.
And in my head, I've won with Biovisionary. And
You have?
Essex, but in my head, like it was in Essex. I took apart Essex. I could copy, a bunch of stuff.
Oh, the plan. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
That's why I did take out the. You win the game if you have 200 cards or more, because it's not legal.
Battle of Wits. Oh no, it says that it was legal on Skyfall.
Yeah, but
it's
legal.
impractical because you can't have more than 100.
100.
So they don't have to ban it. It's just not playable.
Why do you have that in your deck? You can't even have that many cards. What?
Yeah. Which one do I think is better? I think that's only going to be like 10, maybe less. I'm going to go with Helix Pinnacle.
All right.
I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
As 13th overall.
Yep. It is actually one of the most that is left with EDH rec decks. Not the most, but one of the most. 19,000 EDH rec decks. What does it do, Larry?
It's a one green enchantment. It has Shroud. You can pay X to put Put X tower counters on it, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 100 or more counters on it, you win the game. And so this has been a long time coming. I'm glad that they reprinted it on the list, and that's what dropped its price greatly, and that's how I got one. Also, it's foil, so but
good
it's,
for you.
I think if you're running Seedborn Muse and you're looking at untapping your lands, like this is a great card to have. And if you're running like Gaia's Cradle that you can untap a bunch of times, you can get there. And there's plenty of like unlimited mana combos out there.
Oh yeah.
I've
thought about putting in a deck at 1 or 2
Right.
times, but it has never made it in at this point.
Do you think if they dropped the Shroud, they could have made it cheaper to play? Like a colorless? No? Why are you being silly?
Okay.
What's your pick? 14th overall. Epic Struggle. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
You know, I'm actually going to do one that I think is a doable one that I was actually worried you were going to take it, and I don't think I was glad you didn't take it at that time, but let's see where we go. Where am I looking? There it is. Liliana's Contract. I'm going to take that
Darn
one.
Okay.
It's in
All right, that was
23,000 EDH rec decks.
how many?
23,000. Liliana. Okay, so this is an enchantment. It's 3 and 2 black. When it enters the battlefield, you draw 4 cards and you lose 4 life. That's pretty fantastic right there. I actually have this in my Braids deck because I can use it as my sacrifice. But at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 or more demons with different names, you win the game. So if you're in a demon tribal deck, great. Like, that's how you win the game. It doesn't seem that hard to do. So, yeah, I think this one's easy. All right.
No, it's one that I like. It's if I have something that has randomly 4 demons, it's just kind of something that goes in.
Right. But
It doesn't happen often, but 5 mana for 4 cards is not bad.
Right.
At all.
All right, Lowry, you're on your last pick. Your last pick is going to be going against Hellkite Tyrant. So
Yeah. I
Make
think I
it
got
good.
a chance with this one.
Okay.
No, I'm honest. To goodness, I believe in this one. I'm going to call this one Oakland. You can be Kentucky. I'm going to say Maze's
I
End.
thought that's where you're going with it.
Yeah.
Mazes End.
It's
All right.
basically it's a land. ETB's tapped.
It's not
you
basically
can
a
attach for a
land. It is a
colorless,
land.
and you can go and search for a gate and put it into play tapped and return it to your hand. It's a lot of fucking work. But if you have 10 gates during your upkeep, you win the game.
Yeah,
They added more gates. There's more than 10 now. There's like
Huzzah!
20, 16, 17.
Because gates are so amazing.
Hey, look. You know, once they unban Golos, this is going to go up in decks again. Golos can be unbanned.
Shit! How do I even
Come
try
on.
to take down yours?
So what do you think? There is nothing here that can go against Thassa's Oracle. You might as well pick Battle of Wits.
Hmm.
All right.
What about Mortal Kombat? I could go with Mortal Kombat.
I mean, why not?
Uh,
That was you're right, Joel. You could go Epic Struggle.
Yep.
I
Epic
thought he was
Struggles
talking
there.
about me.
Oh,
He might
that
have
you were
still
Epic?
it might have been like a double thing, but I because I was struggling with my words.
That one's doable. The two, but it's only in
I think
2,000.
that's very doable.
It's only in 2,000 EDH rec decks.
I kind of wish I took that back. I'd put that in over Helix Pinnacle.
But to go against Thassa's,
Right. How you would win is you'd probably have to cheat.
you know, the thing is I'm gonna go with something that's kind of a recent one, and I've actually won the game off of this one. I'm going with Chance Encounter. I've all these ones I've been able to. I've used these and won with them. So Chance Encounter, it's only in 9,000 EDH rec decks because there isn't a lot of coin flip stuff. But it's 2 red, 2 colorless. Enchantment, whenever you win a coin flip, put a luck counter on Chance Encounter at the beginning of your upkeep. Chance Encounter has 10 or more luck counters on it, you win the game. Okun and Zender Split, this is easy win. I've won at least 2 or 3 games with this card out. Like, it goes around the table and they're like, I can't kill it. I can't do anything. You win the game. So It's 9,000 EDH rec decks, but I mean, there isn't really a lot of different flipping commander cards. So I'm hoping because of the resurgence of the coin flip deck with the secret layers and stuff, that maybe this helps a little bit, but I don't have a good chance there. But it is a card I actually use and have won the game with. So I got to choose, I think, all the cards I've won with, and I've never won with. So some of the other ones we had on here was, well, I'm not going to go over all of them. That just turns this into a super long thing. Okay.
That's fine.
So
go to Scryfall, type in "you win the game" in the advanced search,
and you
can see what we could have picked from. But I don't think we've missed anything huge.
No.
I do think Epic
10.
Struggle could have been on there. But
Mortal Kombat is a good one too if you're playing a deck.
Is it?
I mean, it could go in these mill decks. I mean, I was thinking about it. I was like, if I'm self-milling myself, it could go in.
Self-milling myself?
Yeah. Self-milling that it could fit in there. But, yeah, that was... The highest left was the Azor... the
Azors?
Yeah. That was the highest with 8,000. Like I mentioned, we will have 2 of these going per day. You can vote on all of them once they're up, running the whole time. We got a week and a half to go on these. We'll probably have the first 2 matchups go. The number 1 and the number 2 seeds going against the 15 and 16. So make sure you check out the YouTube page on the community tab. Vote there, and we'll announce the winners the next podcast. All right. We are done with that. Let's move on to our Savant stuff here. Let me get our buttons all ready. Good. I don't have the thing up yet. And there we go. It's time for everyone's favorite game show, Stump the Smith Savant. I gotta crack one more beer. I mean, I have to crack a beer because, you know, it's... Damn it. I thought it was
spring break?
Well, that and...
It's Friday.
It's a special Friday episode.
It is.
And at this point, if we ever hit that Malort thing, we wouldn't be taking it tonight. Oh.
Yep. We would not. But remember to donate for the Malort. I mean, if you don't want to, you guys could just say, nah, just take some shots. Again, not tonight.
We've already passed that point. All right. If you don't know how this game works, I'm going to read the flavor text of a card, and Larry's going to try to guess the card. Well, I was almost on the Friday stuff, so I was about to hit that as my yes and no. That'd be funny. That'd actually be pretty funny. This is our yes and no. Would you like this instead? This is your yes.
It's Friday.
This is your no.
Partying.
Or do you want...
I didn't hear that one.
Oh, okay. If you can't hear it, then we'll go back to our normal. So if he gets a yes, it'll be...
Hello, boobies.
If he gets a wrong, it'll be...
Wrong.
Larry will get up to 5 wrong guesses before he's considered stumped. He gets up to 3 clues. I have eliminated the chat, so the chat can play along and see if they can get it before Lowry. The card has to be in at least 10,000 EDH rec decks. Currently, like I mentioned earlier, we have the Trouble in Pairs. It's right there on the sheet. Trouble in Pairs foil proxy up
Make
for
it
grabs.
fresh.
And
for whoever
also,
wins.
because it is the 4th week, we added a card to the ante. It is a foil meticulous archive. So you can see that little shiny guy right there. Let's see, what else do I have to know? Currently, your record is 83 and 28. This is round 28, obviously. Our stumper this week is Red Squirrel. If Lowry can get everything about the card but can't get what the card name is, he will get the initials of the card. If he has a clue left over, he will get a bonus clue that should help give it away. And I think that's it. And here we go. Flavor text is up. As the great scourge passed by, Zendikar shivered, then lay silent. As the great scourge passed by, Zendikar shivered, then lay silent. I have to pull up the card.
All right. As the great scourge passed by, Zendikar shivered, then lay silent. Obviously, this is Zendikar block. The question ends up being which one, but if I ask, well, maybe it doesn't have to be. Is this card from Zendikar? Is it on the plane of Zendikar?
Hello, boobies.
You just wanted a
Just
boobies.
starting off strong.
You just wanted boobies.
Just looking for it. Yeah, well,
Thanks for joining, RoboCop. He just jumped in right for Stump the Smith Savant.
Robo. Okay. This
Ibukaki.
likely is dealing with an Eldrazi, potentially colorless or devoid, which is technically the same thing.
Hi, Ibukaki. Hi. He made it too.
Hi. Here, let's go with this. Is the card colorless? Be it actually colorless or devoid.
So not color identity. Colorless.
Correct. Colorless. Actually
Hello,
colorless.
boobies.
All right. There's so like very much. I guess the other question that I could do. I don't know how much it'd shorten it down though. If I asked if it was like Eldrazi type, and that could be tribal or not. Yeah, I think that's kind of weird spot for it. Let's go with first clue, please.
Paul, it is not a jackal, just so you know. All right. The art features an abomination that is blue and red in color, but you've already kind of figured this. But don't let that fool you in the color of this card. The art features an abomination that is blue and red in color, but don't let that fool you in the color of this card.
That doesn't help me other than... Okay, so does the card have devoid?
Hello, boobies.
Good job.
All right, that
job.
shortens it down to Battle for Zendikar or Zendikar Resurgent. Is that right? No? No. Oath of the Gatewatch. There we go. Those two.
Ibukaki said Lowry is an abomination.
But I'm orange and black.
Meow. Because you're a tiger. There we go. That's better.
Let's red and blue? That still might not be, but I mean just some colors there. It has devoid, so it's not one of the Eldrazi Titans, which feels like it definitely could have been with that. As a great scourge passed by, Zendikar shivered, then lay silent. This is Battle for Zendikar or Oath of the Gatewatch. So I kind of already know that part. I don't have to even ask that question. That is where...
Do you want boobies?
Hold on. I'm trying to think if there was devoid... Some random ass devoid cards in like any Modern Horizons yet. Or Commander Masters. That's not something I want to ask. Is it a permanent card?
Hello, boobies.
Okay. I'll take a second clue, please.
The text features one of the best opponent landfall triggers in the game. The text features one of the best opponent landfall triggers in the game. Nope, lightning bolt is not it. You guys are
I'm glad
going-
that they're spreading it out instead of just ramming it all in.
Yeah,
at the
they
beginning
normally
now.
it's jackal, lightning bolt, blah, 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 like right away, but they're giving some time.
Yeah, no, it's they're giving some thought into it, and I appreciate that. Just working as hard as I am here. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out how to like formulate asking like Is it a big Eldrazi or a little Eldrazi? Because it's an Eldrazi. I mean, it's an Eldrazi creature type.
Hello, boobies.
Okay, and it's a creature.
Hello, boobies.
Okay. We know that it has Devoid. We know that it's an Eldrazi. We know that it is one of those two sets, likely. I can't remember anything from any other random ass set that wouldn't have been in those two. So I'm fairly sure it's there. Is it an Eldrazi of CMC 5 or greater?
Hello, boobies.
Okay, so it's a bigger Eldrazi.
Ibukaki, no. Oh God, I fell for it. He wrote is the initials TFW. You motherfucker. You got me.
Hashtag Team Force Walk.
Get the fuck out.
What was the second clue again?
The text features one of the best opponent landfall triggers in the game.
All right, what does that mean? Whenever an opponent has a land come into play? Not asking anything, but what does that mean? Does that mean that whenever I play a land, it does something? No. Can you say that again?
The text features one of the best opponent landfall triggers in the game.
Is those the Punisher? No. Okay, yeah. Okay, same idea. So, whenever an opponent plays a land, Give me a second. Is it? Give me a second. What is that? What? I'm very sure. 4 colorless blue black.
Hello, boobies.
All right. Okay. What are you? I think that's Battle for Zendikar. Devoid. Bop. You are 6 mana. Big difference. It's like a 5/7 or a 4/7, probably 4/7. That part doesn't matter. Just trying to get it all to me, like bringing the whole card into the picture. It's 3 words. Sire of
Ren?
Stagnation.
Oh, Wrench, I got it too at the same time.
Hello, boobies.
Look at that. Sire of Stagnation.
There we go.
Good job.
5/7.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one makes so many of like my initial building the deck because I love people are playing
Yeah.
lands. You're making them exile the top 2 cards and you get to draw 2 cards off of it. So this was a great card. So when Red Squirrel sent it over, it's like, oh, this is one of my favorites. It's only in probably currently 1 deck, but it always starts with the deck because I'm like, this is just a good card.
Right. I mean, I think it's also kind of like half-ass fair. Like it's not consecrated Sphinx
Right.
that
Where-
can
'cause
get
they're
really
drawing-
fucking out of hand.
Yeah. This
But
they
I
can-
really like this I had this in my Kenrith like landfall hate deck, which helped people put lands into play. And then I really, really like the card, like you're saying, but I don't have it in anything right now.
Yeah,
but
I might have it in 1, but it probably isn't. It's probably more so like it always is in the mix, and I always end up cutting it because I'm trying to find something to cut. It's just a good card in general. It's one of those. So
Red Squirrel, I'm sorry that I got it, but that was a good one.
That was a good one.
I enjoy this one greatly.
Hey, this one's a couple dollars, so you don't need to sign this and send it to us, Red Squirrel. But if you want to, you can sign a land that says Sire of Stagnation and send those bad boys to us.
That'd
and
be
it'll
fantastic.
make the stump wall. So, all right, I'm going to draw the next stumper, which will be the following Monday, not this Monday. It'll be in a week and a half. And Arch Chaos 15 is going to be our stumper there. So, again, you guys can submit your stump suggestions either if you're part of the Discord, direct message me, or you can shoot us an email at commandersmiths@gmail.com. That should do it for this week. Make sure you guys check out next week. I think, Lowry, you're going to do Monday is when you're going to do the
That's a
spotlight.
good point.
Spotlight deck, right?
Yeah,
You're gonna
Monday in placement of the podcast, I'll be doing the spotlight of the Wise Mothman, but more of the Loogie 4 version of
Loogie
it.
4.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
big creatures go stomp.
Yeah, so that'll be awesome. So make sure you guys check that out. That should do it for tonight. That should do it for this week. We will catch you guys in about a week and a half.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
I
And
love
thank you,
boobs. I'm
Abukaki,
talking
Renshai,
tatas.
Robocop,
I love
Paul,
boobs. I'm bunkers for
Joel,
honkers.
Jeff,
I
Chris,
love boobs. Thanks for the memories. I
and Evil.
love
Thank you
boobs.
guys. You have a good night.
Hmm?
Cheers. Hey gang, the best way to support the Commander Smiths is make sure you slap that like button. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel. Also, check out our online store, commandersmiths.com, where we have metal tokens, mugs, t-shirts, playmats, and more.